Hey everybody, welcome to Beauty Broadcast Express. This is a much requested holiday palette review on the Tarte Off the Cuff blush palette. So it's this palette. When you see it packaged in stores, it also has this little cuff bracelet wrapped around it. And I have worn this in another video too. It was funny how many of you said, that's the bracelet that comes with the Tarte blush palette. And it has a couple of snaps there. And it's got this cute little gold bow. I think it's adorable. Like, I love cuff bracelets to begin with. Enough about the bracelet. This is the palette. Got a pretty good sized mirror here. And there are 4 blushes plus a bronzer. This matte coral is called Crave. This deep mauve is Dazzled, and that does have some shimmer. This kind of nude, deep peach shade is Darling, and that is a matte blush as well. This one is Dollhouse, and I believe that's part of the regular line of Tarte blushes. And then over here we have Park Avenue Princess, which is the bronzer. I am wearing several of these today. I used the Park Avenue Princess bronzer, and I applied that just as a contour, basically. I used it kind of under my cheekbones, around my forehead, just to give me a little extra color. Then I used the Dollface blush, which I was really excited to use. I've heard so many people rave about this particular blush, so it was fun to try that. It's kind of a light pink shade, so therefore I feel like it makes the skin look kind of glowy. And then later on, after I did that, I decided to do this kind of coppery looking eye look, so I added a little bit more of a corally tone blush on top. Basically the point I'm getting at, and the blushes I'm wearing are the combination of Dollface and Crave. I believe that's this one. Just wanted to show you swatches so you can get an idea of the color tone of all of these. I really like that there's so much matte in this palette, and even the one that has a little bit of shimmer, you know, it's not all over the place. It's not like one of those glitter packed blushes. It's just a nice color variety as well. I mean, you think about any kind of look you might do. Maybe your lips are more pinky one day or more peachy the next. I think you've got something that works for that pretty much across the board, and you've got some shades that give you a decent amount of intensity. Even this kind of nude shade here, which was the one I looked at and thought, I wonder how that's going to go over on my skin. But that's got really a nice amount of color on it too. So good pigmentation, definitely not blushes that you need to be swirling your brush in, rather. I just kind of tap my brush into the product, really. I tap off the excess and then I go to my cheeks with it. These also have really good staying power. I don't know if that may be the Amazonian clay ingredient in here, which is known to be a little bit skin balancing. I'm pretty familiar with the Park Avenue Princess. This is Park Avenue Princess. It's not a full size. I don't remember where I got this actually, but this is that bronzer. And I wanted to show you the difference between this old style of it. This older one has a decent amount of shimmer to it. It's very goldeny. And I remember taking this with me to work with a big kabuki brush, and I would use this almost as like my body bronzer type thing for a while, so that's why so much of that got used up. But here is the old Park Avenue Princess, and here is what's in this palette. See how much more metallic that is? This one, you know, I don't know that this is entirely matte. It almost seems like a semi-matte, but it's much more wearable as a contour. So I think that's awesome that that's in here, because you feel like it's a bronzer you can really use, right? One thing that I think would have been really cool if they could have done was either replaced one of the blushes with a highlight. I don't know which one I would want to let go of, but somehow added in a highlight to this palette too, because then I think it really becomes your, you know, face color palette entirely. But I do like the idea of a blush palette. I am one who, when I travel, you know, I don't just take one shade of blush. I take multiple shades because I want to use what best complements whatever the lip or eye is that I'm working with. One thing to keep in mind though is that Tarte has another gift set that I will be reviewing. It's individual, like 4 individual eyeshadow palettes in one, and each one is paired with a blush. So that's 4 blushes thrown in with 16 different eyeshadows, and they are the Amazonian clay blushes. So if you are craving some Tarte for this holiday season and you're really interested in both eyeshadows and blushes, that may be something you want to hold out for. But if blush is really all you're interested in from the brand, I think this is a great value. And I think if you really wanted to be a friend to somebody, wouldn't it be cool if you gave them this kit, right? It comes with the bracelet, this little thing, and then threw in like your favorite blush brush alongside it. So then they really had everything they needed. Thank you so much for watching. Keep the requests coming for what holiday items you're really interested in seeing a review on, and I'd be happy to do one. So thanks again. Bye guys.